Are you able to see the public chat?
Um,
Uh,
Let me see.
where might that be?
Like, that's in the little chat box in the bottom corner.
Oh,
Hi.
I see it.
See
Okay.
hi. Oh,
I see it.
Yeah.
hi from another regulatory person in Pittsburgh. I wonder who that is. I don't know who Paul is. No, I do know who Paul is. Actually, I think you messaged me. I do know who that is.
Who's Paul? All
Not
right,
having the
let's
last
see
names, though.
if. Oh, and we're live on.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, good news.
This is
Or
also doing it
can
on
somebody in the
LinkedIn, too.
chat? Yeah, I have it on LinkedIn. It says it's going live. This may take a few seconds. Allison, since you don't have earphones, if you're looking at the LinkedIn one, just make sure that you mute it. And then I think.
I only have the Riverside.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then it is also going live on
I'll load up
LinkedIn,
the LinkedIn
Nilo.
just
So
in
if you
case
want
people are
to
having
share
comments
that,
we want
yeah.
to address.
You'll. All right, I think.
You guys are so technologically
Do you know how long it
advanced.
took us to do this?
I'm impressed.
Or maybe I should say
5
me.
minutes.
This is
Come
a
on,
month
give
of
yourself
doing
some
it, and we
credit.
screw it up every single time.
All right. Can somebody in the chat say if this is live for you? Paul, thank you. Monica,
Cool.
Alan. Dang, look at this.
It's awesome.
Okay, no more
Hey,
no more
Monica.
F-bombs. Or maybe
Holly, I'm
we do.
just referring to Holly as Hey from now on
Hi.
in all of our other conversations.
Hi,
too.
girl, hi.
Sorry, Holly, that's your name now.
Let's get started. Everybody, hello. Welcome to Trying to Keep Up. This week we were definitely trying to keep up because there's a lot of stuff that's happening to the FDA.
Yeah.
And we are so happy to have our first guest
Yeah, no kidding.
on this non-podcast live stream, Allison Kumar, the regulatory princess herself. Can you introduce yourself to our
Hi,
three
guys.
listeners?
I am thrilled to be here. Super excited. Big fan of Mike and Allison for a long time. I was trying to do the math going back like maybe 2010, 2011, where we all worked at FDA together. Maybe more than that. But yeah, so we have a lot of history and really just in this consulting world, great support network from our connections back at the agency. And so I was at the agency from 10 years, 2006 to 16. And I was in the cardiovascular devices space as a lead reviewer. And then I spent the other half of those 10 years in the center director's office, mostly working on medical countermeasures and innovation policy areas. And now I consult. I live in the Bay Area, San Francisco, and I work with a lot of startups and big companies and all in the pre-market space, and really focus on regulatory strategies and helping their companies get to market.
Love it. So happy to have you here. I don't know if you heard the announcement, but
I thought I was the last
What's
one. I
that?
forgot you left to go do other things. You didn't leave the agency. Oh, I forgot that Allison just left me in cardiovascular to go do bigger, cooler things. I thought I was the last one I would do, but actually Allison lasted longer than I did.
Had to go up the ladder. Yeah. Also, though, I heard I had to bring jokes.
Yes.
So I was talking to some of my friends and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell jokes on this like live stream. And so I was just worried I'm not going to be remotely funny.
Well, let's try. Go, you first.
Oh my God, that was a
All jokes
joke.
are funny,
Remotely.
especially if you laugh.
Gosh, that was.
See, I've already failed. I'm done.
Just get
I'm
out.
out.
There's the exit. You can like leave. No.
Okay.
It's so great. It's so great seeing you.
Yeah.
Come on, Nilo, your turn. No, it's my failure, Kumar. I failed at laughing. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's
my
not
turn.
you, it's me.
Well, that's the other thing we should mention is I am the other Allison K. So maybe.
Go ahead, Nilo.
Oh, I was gonna say that should have been your, instead of regulatory princess, you should have just been OG Allison K.
Yeah. She's the original, truly.
AK number one.
I'm Timu Allison, right? Isn't that...
Actually, I'm going to change my name because this is silly.
It's because this is gonna live forever, actually, Kumar. Like this is what your name is gonna be known as. Nilo, I'm gonna tell my joke.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you go for yours, and then we'll get into it. I'm sorry, some of my team is like saying they didn't get the invite, so I'm trying to send them the link. So we'll have to work on the. I didn't do my job.
I didn't add. Yeah, I didn't. That's your team. What do you get when you cross an angry sheep with a frustrated cow? Give up. You get an animal that's in a bad mood. It's terrible. It's a terrible joke.
So
Also,
Speaking of animals, I took my kids to a zoo, but it only had one dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
that's a good joke. That's a good one. I like that one a lot.
I had to redeem myself.
thank you.
Yeah, that one's gonna win.
All right, Nilo, you're up.
Man, mine's an animal one too. What's the difference between birds and flies?
I don't know what.
Birds fly, but flies don't bird.
It's not good. No. I think.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good as Shih Tzu.
No, I think Kumar
This
wins.
is not a joke.
We should have. This should be a competition every week.
Guest star. Yeah, guest star easily wins this week.
Oh my
I
god.
did learn something that these aren't jokes. This is just true facts. Though, did you know Al Pacino's dad is Sal Pacino? And I think that's hilarious.
Are you serious?
Real?
His dad's, yeah, that's a real fact. His dad's Sal Pacino, and I just giggled way too hard when I found that out.
Is Al Pacino's son's name just Ul? Like just the letter L?
Just cutting off letters. I hope so. Just Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Anyway, okay, let's get into why our three listeners are actually here. Let's talk about what happened at FDA this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually we start with de novos, but I didn't see any new de novos either. But you have a new PMA listed, and I have no idea why it says SQUID, so you want to talk about that one?
Yeah. So there is a new PMA.
Squid.
And it's the SQUID. Oh, I of course didn't pull it up. It's an. Give me a second.
I was hoping it was going to be like medical leeches, but it was a squid.
Oh, God, that'd be
It's an actual
so.
device.
Well, I was like, Squid Game? Like, is it like
Oh, yeah.
who survives?
That's actually a good idea. Wasn't there like a whole spine?
That's just the U.S. Right?
Yeah, it's just all Squid Games. Okay, it is a liquid embolic agent for the embolization of the middle meningeal artery, MMA, which gets excited, as an adjunct to usual care treatment in patients with symptomatic chronic subdural hematomas, measuring 10 millimeters or greater in thickness. Pretty badass clinical study they did, too. Anyway, it's in neuro. Good job, neuro. Proud of you.
Congrats to
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
the SQUID LEA. But that's the only new one I could find. Of course, there's a bunch of supplements and stuff. But, yeah, no de novos.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a lull.
Did the SSED go up with it?
No.
One thing we were noticing, I had a friend reach out, Hal, and it was mentioning that like a lot of the SSEDs aren't going up with the PMAs right now, and I think there's just, but it's kind of random. Some of them are going up right away, and some of them aren't. And I think there's a lot of them in dispute right now because the FDA kind of let go all of the staff that used to be responsible for like checking to make sure there weren't clerical errors and typos and stuff. So I think companies are having to like go back and then say, hey, that's not right. Can you take that down? So if you are a company that has a PMA or de novo where the summary is going to go up, double check, and you do have the option of asking them to pull it down while you fix things, because it seems like it's happening. So
that with decision memos around de novos, there's usually a sufficient lag there, though, while they kind of finalize that, right?
There usually is. Those take a lot longer to go up too. The PMA ones, the SSEDs typically go up like with the approval, but we noticed some of the ones dating back the whole way to like September aren't up because they're still in dispute. I think part of that was like the government shutdown right as soon as like some of those would have been published, and I think they got caught up because I doubt PMA staff was viewed as like essential during that shutdown, so they might have been a backlog and things. So they are essential because this happens.
It's essential. That's super interesting. Moving along because we have a heavy lift today in our short period of time. If you guys missed it, the MDUFA what is it, like report card on like how FDA is doing with their medical device user fee agreement was live, and one of my favorite humans in the whole world, Brendan O'Leary, and I'm going to put the link into the chat, posted his analysis of it, and it's just like nerd fest 2026. I love it so much because he does like all of this number crunching, he does all these really great tables, and it helps extract and sort of distill all the information that FDA puts out into something that's readable. Not saying that FDA's thing isn't readable, but he makes it much more digestible and easy to understand. So thanks, Brendan. You the bomb.
So what are some high level takeaways from that?
If you're not following Brendan, go for it.
I think we have a bit of a delay.
Allison,
or Nilo's on a delay.
Or
maybe I'm delayed? Is it me?
I think you're fine. Am I delayed?
No, I think it sounds like, it feels like we're like talking across the country to each other, which we are. To Nilo. Pittsburgh is like a different country.
I think it's me.
Mike, you've been outed.
Yeah. You have like a bit of a lag. I mean, just the various different groups and their timelines. Like, it really breaks down who's, like, what OHTs. Like, who's slow. One of the things I loved, not to rag on dental, but I remember years ago, like, someone came out with a report and they were like, the slowest 510K clearances, I think this was like during multiple holds, was dental. Like, it took them 180 days on average, and like the rest of the shared goals, I think even like radiology was like at 120, 130. So dental, wow, you've gotten better. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, kudos to you. And Nilo was gonna say, if you're not following Brendan, do it. Do yourself a favor. Smash that like button on his page, or whatever the people say.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nilo.
Like and subscribe. I will say I'll defend dental for a minute just because I started in dental. And when I was in dental, at any one time, I had like 30 to 40 510Ks on my desk. And then when I moved over to cardiovascular, it was like I had 12 submissions. They were bigger. They were PMA type stuff. But like, you had so many terrible 510Ks on your desk, like from outside the U.S. They'd be half in different languages. They were never good. And so I think dental has their own problems for other reasons, but the backlog makes sense. So
Challenge is real.
Yeah, and I feel like with a lot of the groups right now
And I'm
losing more
trying to close
people,
out
I
like
don't
the
know.
900 tabs I have, and I think that's part of what's causing me the delay.
Yeah, it's you, Nilo.
Yeah, pretty frozen at certain points.
Nilo, I'm gonna mute you because you're clicking too much. Hey, Kumar, did you anything
Yes,
about
ma'am.
tempo you've heard or working on?
Tempo. I saw that we have some updates on that. Annie helped us out, I think.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I've downloaded the slides, but I haven't watched the. There's like a new CDRH Learn. Actually, they have quite a few CDRH
Yep.
Learns, guys. Like I feel like the QMSR thing was like all the hot thing on LinkedIn this week. And so there's one for that. There's one for tempo, and then there's also all like a bunch of guidance documents that got updated. So like the cybersecurity one was updated to align with the new QMSR. They updated
Mhm.
eSTAR, right? So there's now 6.1,
Yes.
which of course there's always a grace period, but yeah, they've like I'm pretty impressed. They like said, "Hey, we're gonna do this thing on February 2nd with QMSR," and like all the other ducks kind of got in alignment and said, "Okay, we also have to make sure things are updated," which I feel like historically FDA has been just kind of slow to update the other documents. Not that I'm a huge fan of like the releases that they've been putting out of like final like they keep changing the final
Oh, I
guidance and I'm
know.
like, that's weird. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. Final's supposed to be final till it's
so
not, I
yeah, I
guess.
guess that's their new MO. It's just like, it's our guidance
Yeah,
document.
I was gonna. Someone asked about tempo. I'm not as familiar with it. Could you enlighten us a little bit about what's eligible under that program and what it's like the purpose of what it's supposed to do?
Yeah. Should we let Nilo? I can answer that, but Nilo, I'm gonna be quiet for a second and let him
Just
catch
giving
up.
them another
Yeah.
chance. You're muted.
Am I working now, or am I still
Oh,
super delay still? I can't tell.
we're on the struggle
Kind of seems
bus.
like it is. Allison's laughing. Yeah, Allison, you talk about tempo. I'm gonna keep working on fixing my stuff on my end.
It's actually okay. It's actually I don't know. Go with it. Let's roll as long as we can. Allison will fill in when she stops laughing.
Okay. Well, yeah. The tempo program. One thing is the date to submit is the whole way through March. I thought it was the submission dates ended January 30th because I misread the notice. So Annie did correct me, which was nice of her. Shout out to Annie Saha for putting out that new CDRH Learn that you guys were talking about. She's been doing great stuff at Digital Health. Tempo program is for, was it first of a kind digital health devices for to treat chronic diseases, especially like mental health and cardiovascular. More digital. It's another expedited access type program. It pairs with, I think, the access program at with CMS. It's looking for. They're looking specifically. The initial cohorts are. It's cardiovascular and mental health. And I think there might be one other group in there, and it sounds very similar to the TAP program, which I don't know if you guys have clients that went through the TAP program. We've got two, and the interaction's been resource intensive from the FDA side, but really beneficial for our clients. Like there's weekly or biweekly meetings. They've got interaction on the marketing and fundraising side, not just the regulatory side. So I think especially one of our clients is a pediatric device in TAP, and that's been really helpful for them. But I also think the Tempo one seems to be trying to get some of the home healthcare, health and wellness, chronic condition devices help early and navigate and it's interesting because it's kind of counter to the general wellness, but it seems like the agency on the device side wants to get more proactive on the preventative healthcare, and this seems like part of that effort. Let's just see how the once they go live, how beneficial it is. It's always tough to see, like, when they roll out these big ideas, how much the review teams actually are able to participate in them. But I think group to group, some of them are really good and some of them aren't. So I'm curious to see how this one rolls out.
I agree. Yeah, and I think there's like chronic kidney disease, there's like different ones, but it's for digital health and it's partnering with CMMI. So, or the Center for, what's it stand for? Center for Medicare and Medicaid Innovation?
CMS.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one question I had. Like, given, like, I have 2 de novos under review now, and I just keep hearing how strapped some of the availability of reviewers are. So how do we think the agency is balancing these new programs and their ability to be more interactive on a more frequent basis with some of their other... Do you think that that's why they chose these particular areas? Because maybe they have more resources there to focus on?
I don't know if it's where they have the resources, or if it's kind of where they see the more chronic conditions. But I do think FDA is hiring right now. There's like a big hiring surge right now. I think they're trying to bring in a bunch of new reviewers. I see in the chat someone said they met a new hire last week, and I think they're supposed to be hiring like 400 new reviewers in the next like 3 months. So maybe that's part of it. I hope so. They've lost a ton over the last year. So
do we know if they're in person, or like do they have to be on site? I feel like there was a big push to go back to the office. So
I was a guest lecturer at the Stanford Biodesign last week, and I had a lot of kids asking me about internships. So I just went on FDA's website, and there used to be so many summer internships at OCEL and throughout that, but the only ones I saw were through ORISE, which have always been a very, historical fellowship program that FDA has partnered with for a very long time, and they had a lot. They had a lot going. They were 1-year fellowships to be extended, but they were all on site. So I was encouraged to see that, at least, that they're still looking for experts in the field to help inform regulatory policy and research, and they had 14 listings, I want to say, for AI and cybersecurity. So they are, I think, trying all of their efforts into beefing up their expertise, which is really encouraging.
Monica put in the chat that the return to office is still in force, but the NTEU, which I forget what the acronym stands for, but it's definitely our old union.
The National Treasury Employees Union?
Is that what it is? Okay. Won a big case for remote work, so maybe they won't enforce it. I also had heard from a couple of reviewers that they were like, yeah, we get emails and then our bosses say just ignore it kind of thing, where they're so I don't know if I should put that on blast, but I think
who said that? Who said that? Tell us their names. Yeah. Interesting. Well, that's good news. Hey, I'm always looking for happy good things in my day. Speaking of happy good things, I came out with my podcast this week, you guys. This is a shameless plug.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice.
I'm leaning into the...
Wait, this isn't your podcast? We're not on it?
You're not on it. I actually have been very explicit with like this. I've been like, TTKU is not a podcast. Because I feel like, I don't know, podcasts get kind of like bad reps. This is just like, I like to think of this as like our weekly hang, Nilo, and then we bring really freaking cool people in to like hang out.
Yeah.
You got to make the distinction. You got to, like, I think your podcast with your friend was something really special. And I'm not saying that we're really special.
You're not. No. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. You're so special. Really special. Leaning
Awesome.
leading
Guys.
into my influence. Actually, speaking of influencer and speaking of dental, I had surgery last week on my like in my mouth. I had like a huge hole, a centimeter defect in my freaking face, and they like plugged it with some bone graft. And of course, I'm in there taking photos of everything. So I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is the CT machine. Anyway, I've decided I'm going to put a whole like content thing out. But last week, I just had these huge lips, and I was like, oh my gosh, I look like I'm.
Why did I just do that?
Yeah. And so everyone was like, did you get lip filler? And I'm like, no, I didn't.
Do you like it?
I know. I was like,
should I keep it?
what are you talking about? I don't know. Like, so weird. No, I just got my deviated septum fixed. So yeah, no. Anyway, that's why I'm not laughing too hard and why I keep covering my mouth, because otherwise I'm gonna like tear my stitches. So
Does it still hurt?
it does a little bit. Yeah.
So brave.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Are
Podcasting
you living through a straw,
shouting on
or
camera.
No.
can you not use straws because they'll like
No.
affect the stitches?
I honestly, if anyone's in San Diego needs a good endodontist, I loved this guy. He was like legit, such a good doctor. Called me the night of the surgery and was just like, how are you doing? I just want to check in. This is my cell phone. Call me if you need me. And I was like, I love you. Thank you. No straw. I went home with an ice pack and Advil, which I'm like,
Oh,
holy crap. And
impressive.
yeah, I mean, your mouth heals really fast. And like all the medical devices and like all the things that it was wild. It's been a wild ride. So I honestly, I haven't looked at it because I'm too scared to like look at the horror show that is my mouth right now. So I'm not brushing as well as I should. So I'm really glad this is virtual.
I was like fully expecting your next, like, here's a new medical device innovation to be all about the pictures in your mouth with the bone filler plugging that hole. And we
out
were
of
just
my
going to get a little bit too much TMI out of that
Yeah.
fit. I'm glad to know that's not in our future.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's very much. You can't rag on the dental group too much after all their
That's
devices
right.
are in your mouth right now.
That's right. We've come full circle.
Thank you, FDA,
Yeah.
for
Yeah. There
yeah.
You go.
I'm gonna list all the I should get affiliate links for like, hey, if you want to talk to your dentist about this device. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. What else do we have on our list? It's a hefty list.
The one thing we kind of skipped over was the QMSR did go live, but and a bunch of guidances kind of got updated. But one that's like a heavy update was the new compliance, kind of the audit prep and the compliance thing.
Yes.
I haven't gone through all of it yet. I've read some of the other people's summaries, which I thought were pretty good. It's on my weekend reading list, but it's the old QSIT's gone.
Yep.
And you'd think it was like, okay, well, we're just shifting over, but it's a pretty substantial update to how they are planning to do audits and how they're breaking them out. And
I saw that too.
I'm curious to see how much actually changes, but yeah.
I think it'll be a big change because, I mean, I was back in industry in like the early 2000s, and that was the QSIT audit process we followed back then. So like a lot of people that have been in the industry for decades now have been following the same procedure, and that's how we've gotten good at it. So this will be a big change for everybody, to adapt and make sure all their systems get up to date and their records, and to be ready for the new. Did they say when they were going to implement though that new audit
I think
procedure?
it went live immediately.
Immediately.
It was the second. Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't like a grace period. It was Feb 2nd, like Groundhog's Day. It was just okay. We're doing it now.
Have you noticed they picked like some pretty big dates, and like they fired a bunch of people on Valentine's Day, and then they had all of the riffs on April Fools. and then like this
Yes.
went live on Groundhog's Day. We really got to be careful with these holidays.
Yeah.
What's coming
Oh,
up?
what's that new
What's
betting?
gonna happen on Arbor Day?
Well, that's new betting site. Let's not plug it,
That-
but
what-
yeah, you can like bet on anything, right?
Yeah. We should start some regulatory, what's it called? Futures
Yes.
betting or
Oh my
there's
gosh.
something.
Yeah.
This-
When are all the
Honestly,
new
like,
guidance
that
documents
scares me.
coming out? We could start some of this, you guys.
Yeah.
We could quit our day jobs.
There we go. Polymarket.
Oh,
We need a reg
need a
market
red-
site.
yeah.
Allison, that can be your next venture. You know,
this is amazing.
I want to be able to gamble on these things.
I'm pretty lucky when it comes to that kind of stuff. I usually I win the raffles and stuff when I go places. So
What's the score of the Super Bowl going to be? I'll put,
Yeah.
what's going to happen this week?
we're having a big party.
You fill in the squares where you like get to pick your numbers and yeah.
Yeah, I won last year. We hosted
Sometimes.
at our house, and then I
Of course you
won.
did.
And then I was like, oh, I feel like an a-hole. Like I know. I know. It's like, sorry.
It's rigged. It's all
It's
rigged.
rigged. I was like, get out of my house. Anything else? What else did we? Oh, one of the things that was kind of cool. McCary. Is that how you say his name? I don't even know how to say his name. He
Oh, the
was on
commissioner.
Freakonomics, and people are saying how really interesting it was to hear his perspective of like FDA and where things are going, and some of it was actually pretty optimistic. Like people were like, "Oh, this is actually really good to like hear his hot take on where he's taking the agency." And then some things that were like, "How are you going to do that if you've made XYZ decisions?" So anyway, I think it would be.
Ah,
I'll find the link. You can like go to my podcast and then like go look at the Freakonomics one after.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Embed it in the middle of your podcast episode. That way they have to get past the commercials.
Exactly. This is not sponsored by Freakonomics. They probably like send a cease and desist to me. Yeah, and then the new guidance documents, just an update. The clinical decision support software one was updated since the 6th of January. They updated again for the 29th. And so I think they made a few changes based on, I can't remember, but someone posted about it. It was like 2 edits that they had made. And then the computer software assurance for production and quality management system software. Geez Louise, could we have like a longer name for a guidance document?
That's the cybersecurity guidance, right?
No, that's the one that came out the same day. Cybersecurity, medical devices, quality management system considerations, and content of pre-market submissions. I was really hoping it was like a cool acronym, and that's why it was so long. But all it reads out is so it's not an acronym. But the computer software assurance for production and quality management system software. What was weird for that too is if you went to the database, it said final, final, final. These are all final. But then if you went and clicked on the link and to the download, it has draft all over it. So I was like, which one is it, FDA? And it was so anyway. I think we'll probably see that get pulled down and then reissued.
and these were all final guidances.
Yes. Oh, that's
Right.
what the database said.
Yeah.
Except
Okay.
it says draft. So, but yeah, I think they're supposed to be.
On the draft side, I can't remember if we talked about it last week, but the blood pressure.
Yeah,
guidance
we did,
for
but
blood
did
pressure,
you?
Toughless. Oh yeah, we did mention it. Okay, yeah.
Did you go through it? It really is pretty extensive.
I did. It's a good guidance. It actually has like specifics that are useful of like how to test things and what metrics they're going to be looking for. So I was impressed. I like when they do guidances like that actually are helpful to guide people rather than just like submit. What's the cybersecurity is like the interoperability. They just like submit this, but no one knows what it means. That just came up recently. I'm like, the blood pressure one was really good. So whichever group at FDA put that together, kudos.
Probably Jennifer Cozen's group. Totally agree. And I wonder, like, I feel like device-specific guidance documents are so valuable because it really is like, hey, here's our current thinking for all these devices. And I anticipate that for a lot of the companies that are looking for that guidance or like developing a device like that, it hopefully will reduce the number of pre-submissions that FDA has to look at because you got the guidance there, like
Your answers are all there.
right?
Yep.
Or more or less, right? Like I think Allison, you and I were very happy when the morcellation, right, guidance
Yeah.
or morcellation bag guidance document. So there's stuff that like when it comes out, I think it helps FDA, it helps industry for sure. But that's why all the guidance documents say this is for industry and for FDA, right? Because it really is supposed to help both groups and hopefully
Exactly. Stay on the same page. Like have that consistency. It's super important.
yeah. Yeah.
Did
So
you guys talk about the CDRH annual report that came out last week?
we didn't. I just mostly that's what I point to. I'm like, go look at Brendan's stuff. But
Yeah, that's the Brennan.
Well, not the
graph,
MDUFA report.
which is
Like the like from Michelle Tarver,
what?
who kind of summarizes all the activities that CDRH did last year and
Missed that.
all their work that they've done with the collaborative communities and how many breakthroughs, and it was a nice summary. It's always nice to recognize how much work they have on their plates and how really integrated they are just beyond device reviews. It's a
have a
good
link
read.
to that?
It's pretty. Yeah, there is. I'll put it in the chat.
Throw that in. Yeah, because I feel like we missed that, Milo. Shoot.
I'm so glad I'm
it's a big
here.
one. And
Yeah.
yeah, I liked it. Last year I read it solely because I found out we were like our group was in it. But I didn't actually I hadn't read it before, and it's a really good summary. So I'm mad I missed it. So thanks for bringing that one up because I do think it's a really good summary, especially for folks who might only be working in like one product area or something like that. It's like, oh, CDRH does a lot.
Yeah.
It's always a good reminder.
Yeah, they do.
Especially like this year is probably interesting too after all the people got let go, and the fact that they're still operating is kind of remarkable a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they did a ton.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
hitting deadlines. I mean, a lot of the deadlines
Part
are
of my
still
weekend reading too.
they're still getting reached. I was gonna mention one other thing. There is, because I saw it this morning, there is a new town hall. The other thing, super happy that they're bringing back so many town halls because I feel like last year it was just like, oh, there's not a lot of communication coming out of FDA. But like CDRH Learn is coming back online. We're getting more town halls. We're getting more guidance. And this one's going to be on use of real-world evidence to support regulatory decision-making for medical devices. Final guidance, so it's the guidance about RWE, and it's going to be on February 18th. And I will post the link to that as well. But yeah, excited that they're putting more information out, so it's good.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
I think they cite in that annual report that like over 50% of de novos and PMAs have real world evidence in it. So clearly there's a lot of interest in that too. So it's really good they're having that town hall.
How much?
It'll be interesting to see like who they get to participate in that with them.
You said 50%? How much? Sorry.
That's what it said. Yeah.
Well, that is promising. Yeah. Well, I plan to learn. Pop your popcorn. All right. Should we do one more joke?
I've got it up.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I came ready today. Where do you take someone who's been injured in a peekaboo accident? To the ICU?
Oh, how did we not get that?
I know, right? Like a low-hanging fruit. I also, well, it's not really a joke. Somebody asked me, she's like, you clearly have a lot of hobbies because I post about them all the time on LinkedIn and have, videos. And my sister got me I cross-stitched this little octopus, and then I was like, it needs some writing, and so I put in live, laugh, leave. I'm gonna put it out for my football party this weekend.
On that note, Nilo, you got any last words? Last jokes?
I No, thanks. No, I don't have. I only came with one joke, and it wasn't even a good one. So, I'm gonna.
All right.
You have the final joke, but my last words is thanks for joining us.
Yes.
It's good to see you,
Of
and
course.
bring back
Thanks for
reggae.
having me.
We will.
Okay, ready? What do you call a dinosaur fart? I know you like these mics, so this one's for you.
Yeah.
A blast from the past.
Ah!
So that's what this has been for me. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're gonna make my mouth hurt. Stop being so funny.
I have learned a lot, and
That's a
I
good
really
one.
enjoyed sharing this time with you guys. Thank you so
Come back.
much.
We'll have you back. Thanks, Allison. All right, bye everybody. Have a good
All right.
week.
Bye,
Keep
guys.
up.